I challenge every one of you guys. I'm going to talk about a little bit what John shared today about what you should be doing. And part of having a winning and successful AEP, got to listen to good, positive sales and motivational stuff every day. I wake up every morning. I got Joe Osteen on or Joyce Myers or TD Jakes to get my spirit right. And then what I do is on the way into the office, I'm actually listening to something on leadership or on sales to make myself better. It's amazing what you can find on your phone to help you with any challenge that you're dealing with, whether it's prospecting, whether it's closing, plenty of stuff on there. I mean, there's probably 200, 300 videos per topic. So today, what we're going to talk about, the last 15 minutes of this meeting, is your AEP checkoff list. We only have 8 days to go, okay? You got to get these things done. And first and foremost, if you haven't done it yet, you must complete all your certifications and training. The 2020 AEP has been out since July. You got to get that done. You got to do your Cigna and company module training. You got to do the GPP boot camp. You got to do your field training. Okay, so if you're a field rep, make sure you connect with your local BSR. Okay, if you don't know who that is, reach out to us. We'll let you know. Every market has a field trainer. If you're working with Cigna, okay, and also with our other carriers, they have field trainers called broker service reps. They'll take you out in the field. Now, of course, you got to make sure you have appointments lined up so they'll work with you. And that's what I did. My first 3-4 days out there in the field, I made sure my BSR was with me to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. And if I did, they could step in and correct that. So they're there for you guys. It costs nothing to ask. Okay, so start lining those up. Okay, make sure you do your face-to-face training. Okay, many markets have that. I suggest new people to go every single training class you can get to. If you're in Chicago, ask Ira Hicks, wherever training it is, whoever it's for, I won't be there. Okay, be a sponge for knowledge right now. The next part, number 2, the tools for AEP. You got to download the Medicare and U book. Many new agents, I tell this all the time, this is your Bible for the business. Okay, you should study this, read this inside and out 10, 15, 20 times. Okay, it takes about 30 to 40 minutes to read it, and you also want to carry a copy in the house with you. It's your Bible for the business. Okay, and the 2020 version comes out in the next week, so make sure you guys download a copy. In the meantime, download the 2019. Okay, so you have it. It's a great sales tool. It's a great way to keep yourself sharp and educated. Every year they redo this. Every year there's new things to learn about in this industry. So make sure you guys are on point with that. And it gives you instant credibility when you walk in the house with it, okay? Next, order extra follow-up leads, okay? I can't stress that enough. We got over 33,000, John, on work leads, okay? Do the math at $30 a piece. Got close to $1 million worth of leads sitting there that we paid good money for that haven't been finalized, okay? So make sure you get those and meet with Jordan about that. Make sure you do your freshen up letters on all your unfinalizing. Some of you guys are holding on to 15, 20, 30, 50. Some of you guys even more than that, 1,000 leads. Please get out a new envelope. Maybe go to a different color. You've used blue for the last 2 years, go to pink. Use pink, go to yellow, and keep the same color. And you want to make sure you have in your letter, okay, when it goes out, do it in an all color that'll stand out in the mail. Make sure it's handwritten. I used to have my kids do it. A third grader can do this for you, or your grandkids, okay? And I have this letter, it talks about the important information, and I always date it at the top. We've changed the letter, okay? So please make sure you get the most recent letter we're using, not the old one we did in the boot camp material. Use the new one. It has a deadline. We want the clients to call us within 10 days, or that we'll be reaching out with them very, very shortly, because if we don't get this taken care of in the next 10 days, it might not get processed. Don't want these seniors to miss out. It's only 54 days, okay, for AEP. So it's critical. Time is of the essence. Make sure you include the most updated version of the letter they sent in. And make sure you also show the copy of the card they sent in with their signature. This gives you the instant credibility that you need. So make sure you include this, the name, the spouse's name, all that's in their handwriting, because a lot of them forget. They'll mail it in yesterday morning, already forgot today. Okay, and you're calling them a lead that was from 6 months ago or a year ago or whatever. And by the way, we have a new rule with CMS that, there's no 90-day rule on the leads anymore. So unless they ask you to stop calling or take them off the list, you can keep calling them. And everybody's needs changes. By the way, somebody that said no last year because they had good quality coverage from their employer may need to say yes now. or they just got a rate increase. A lot of the subs are going through a lot of rate increases. Am I right on that, John?
Yep.
There's a lot going on. Can you just touch on that real quick, so people can know that what's happening with subs real quick and why that's important with freshen up letters? Somebody that may have been happy with their subs may not be happy with it now. Why could that be, John?
Well, I mean, it's just a general understanding that Medicare is not a set and forget it type product. Number one of the most popular plans was Plan F. Plan F is being phased out as of 2020. Now, that doesn't mean that people that have a Plan F are losing it. What that means is that no one else will be able to get a Plan F starting in 2020, coming in January. So if someone is in good enough health now is a good time to explore what their options are as far as other plans. Now, with that in mind, in some markets, you'll have Medicare Advantage plans that have zero premium and a very low maximum out of pocket. So if you're talking to a senior that has a high monthly premium and a high Part D, let's say $200 a month for their premium, that's $2,400 a year. Let's say another $50 a month for Part D, that's $600. They have $3,000 in premiums before they've even used the plan. And they don't have dental, they don't have vision, they don't have hearing. So there's a plan that has a $3,400 maximum out of pocket. Now it's an interesting value proposition. Unless you get sick or very ill, I can save you probably $3,000 a year and give you more benefits than you have right now. So there's a value proposition. So when you're talking to folks, and Tony talks about it in the boot camp training, it's a choice close. You can stay where you are, if you're in an F plan, and potentially lose the option to get another F plan and have the cost of that go up precipitously over the next couple of years. Or you can choose a different supplement, or here's a Medicare Advantage option that's available as well. So which one do you want? Do you want a different supplement, or do you want another Medicare Advantage plan? Either way, it's a win.
It helps your clients with choices. So for the new people on the call, what's an F plan, John? Because some of them don't even know what that is. What is that?
Basically, an F plan is the Medicare supplement plan where you pay a monthly premium and pretty much everything else is taken care of. You don't have a deductible, you don't pay a copay to see your doctor. I mean, it's pretty much all inclusive in terms of what original Medicare covers. It doesn't cover, and none of the supplements cover dental, vision, or hearing benefits. They don't cover Part D. You have to have a separate Part D plan for that. A lot of the other benefits that Medicare Advantage offers, like transportation and over-the-counter benefits, it doesn't offer any of those things. So, but it does a very good job at what it does to it. It's a pure insurance plan that covers the bill for you.
Good, thank you, John. And that's part of why, when Medicare Advantage came about, having the all-in-one plan, everything in one plan, your vision, your prescription, your transportation, your dental. So there's a lot of upsides to Medicare Advantage. So, but make sure you're proficient in subs, so you'll understand the dialogue around there, so you can help a client choose a better program. So freshen up letters. You need to send it out to all your unfinalized leads, or people even that said no. No's will become yeses, especially if they're Plan Fs, or if they're in a Medicare Advantage, just leaving the area, there's not getting the quality services that they want. Or some people just want to try something different. There's a lot of seniors out there that are doing that. So next, you want to order plenty of brochures, your LIS brochure, your Medicare Changes brochures, your vet brochures, your diabetics. We've got agents out there that are not using the proper tools. And use the professional. I remember running into an agent one time that says, I got plenty of brochures, and he made, John, black and white copies of what we put together. I said, how professional is that? Well, I can't afford it. Well, that's part of your challenge. You can't afford it. Why should anybody do business with you? You get a cheap black and white copy or the colored version, for 15 cents a piece, John? I mean, come on, your client's worth that. So make sure you have the T65 brochure. That's what it looks like. It's a great brochure. Make sure you have the diabetic brochure. It might not even be the diabetic lead, but if you run into a client that is a diabetic, use this as part of your sales presentation. Show them about the additional benefits that are provided through that brochure. Go over the Medicare Changes brochure. It's a great tool, especially goes over the difference between original Medicare, MedSup, and Medicare Advantage. It's all spelled out for them, okay? And it helps you create that dialogue that guides them into a presentation to make an enrollment. So make sure you have that down, okay? Make sure you also have the Family Information Guide. This is great. I love using this. This helps me organize, kind of like a will, organize all the vital statistics, veterans information, spouse. It helps me uncover information, just like going to a doctor's office, kind of like a survey. But what we have them do, we have them sign it and date it and get it notarized. We can tell them to keep this in important documents, because it also has end-of-life resources, everything they need if they're 65 and older, and what to do, not only just for them, what their family should do. So it's a great tool to use as well. Make sure you use the LIS brochure. I love this. We still have a lot of seniors out there, over what, 27 million, John, that qualify for dual eligible LIS status that need help. I mean, that's worth, what, $4,900 worth of benefits per year. They can still enroll in that, John, right, during AEP, right? Yeah. So why not help your clients with this as well? I know it's great during lock-in, but you still have a lot of low-income people out there that still need this service and don't know it's available. Don't forget about the UNA drug cards. This is great to get appointments. This is great to package your sale. This helps help generations in the household. The children and grandchildren can use it. And I love it because it helps me get other networks for grassroots, getting to churches, VFWs, American Legions. Please make sure you have plenty of these and plenty of cards, okay? You got to invest a little bit of money into your business. So also, make sure you laminate your lead samples, because over time they'll fall apart. When I'm doing my presentation, I have each and every one of my lead types laminated. So I hand one to the husband, hand one to the wife, and then I review that with them. So that way I can get them back on that same page the day that they were mentally thinking about this, about why they meddled in to begin with. So as Medicare changes, I say, I want you to read this, okay? And I like to read it out loud, because I want to make sure if they get stuck on something, a word or a phrase or something doesn't make sense, I stop there. I said, do you understand what that means? Do you understand what Part A is? And I give them a little checkup from the neck up about Medicare. Ms. Johns, I'm just asking you some quick questions. What do you think Part A is for? Have you ever heard of that? What do you think your Part B is for? You ever heard of that? Okay, because what I want to find out is where they are on the scale of knowledge about Medicare. Many of them don't know anything. So that's what I'm here to do. We're more teachers and educators than we are salespeople. So make sure you do that to help your clients out. A minimum of 5 grassroots organizations lined up. That's your VFWs. I love church groups, okay? Your senior buildings, okay? Our best of the best in the industry have 5+ of these lined up, okay? If you don't have any, you're behind the 8 ball. I would buckle down this week and start lining up some grassroots organizations that are loaded with seniors. You need to have at least 200+ senior prospects lined up in addition to your grassroots. And that's your warm market. You know, your mom or dad, or if you're a senior, other seniors in your community, okay? Old final expense clients, okay? Old leads in general, okay? So make sure you have at least 200+ lined up. You need to have your own, in addition to your own lead program fully in place. Do you have a direct mail house? Are you doing internet leads? Are you doing Facebook leads? Have yours locked out. If not, you know, we have programs that can help you, but you need to have your unique lead opportunities set up, okay? Some people say, Tony, I'm doing all churches. I already got mine. I got 8 of them set up. I'm ready to go. Okay, I got my old follow-up leads. I got my final expense book. Got an agent, you know, in Mississippi. He's got like several hundred final expense clients that are 65 and older. I said, those are the first ones you need to go see. Do a policy review on their current final expense plan, add a couple, you know, $1,000 if they need it, and then set up a meeting to go over Medicare Advantage. You're legally allowed to do that, okay? You know, so please make sure you reach out to your old clients that have other insurance products with you. Okay? You need to have your field badge. I wear mine you see here. This gives you credibility when you're walking through the neighborhood. You know, I have the picture of myself in the front, my details about my license, my NPN number, my state license for whatever state I'm working in. If you're in Alabama, put Alabama on there. If you're in Tennessee, put Tennessee. Your mugshot there. And then also in the back, I give the actual copy of my license. So that way, if you have someone that's a little skeptical, and they are, I can show them that. I'm like, you're more than welcome. Mine has the number on it at the bottom of the State Department of Insurance in Maryland that they can call us, and go ahead and call the toll-free number if you like, to make sure you know that I'm legit. Because I know there's a lot of scams out there, Ms. Johnson, you know, and it's better to be safe than sorry, you know? So if you bring this out, it just gives you that extra ounce of credibility so you can build that trust and that bond with that client, and you're not, you know, dealing with someone that's scared to death of you because they don't know you from Adam. So just make sure you do that, okay? Also, you need to be wearing Ask Me About Medicare button, okay? You can go to any Staples or, you know, Office Depot. You know, a lot of people make these online. Make a button, you know, put it to your lapel pin. Ask me about your Medicare button, okay? So make sure you have that. You want to also have free gifts, you know? I always thought it was a great way to break the ice if I can come in, especially if they're negative. I always came in with the power of positive thinking. I got these through Guideposts, just gave a simple donation, and they sent me 500 books, okay? I think I gave them like, you know, 100 bucks, you know, and it's awesome. you know, and it helps you get people engaged into a dialogue to maybe, you know, switch gears in terms of where their mindset is. So I gave out books. You can give out pens, okay? Make sure you get pens made, water bottles, okay? So seniors can stay hydrated, other tools, okay? You know, little trinkets, you know, from the carriers we work with, you know, sunglasses, you know, these work too, you know, hand sanitizer, anything as a peace offering, a little gift to help build a bond with your clients, okay? Pens, pillboxes work. You need to make sure you order your sales kits. We got agents at the last minute, I need kits, and everybody's scrambling to get kits. Order them now, okay? Get your sales kits ordered. You need to use your delivery notices. This is one of the, you know, I think one of the best tools you've ever created, kind of like the UPS and FedEx guys. You need to have your delivery notice because you're going to have no-shows or someone you're trying to get a hold of, you can't reach them. As you put their name, address, the date, invoice number. The invoice number on this is your agent license number, okay, by the way. So when you go to the door, they go, what's the invoice number? What's the passcode? It's your license number. If you study my boot camp materials, it's all in there. Okay, the contact information, your phone number, first, second, and third attempt. And this sticks right to, okay, their door, okay? So they'll call you back, okay? And this works, so make sure you order plenty of those, okay? You need to also have fridge calendars, something we used to use in the old days, and many of the kits have them in them, okay? Make sure you use that calendar and fill it out, okay? Especially after you make an enrollment, so no one else comes in to take your business. Seniors are gonna forget you within a week. So that's why you gotta brand yourself to your clients, especially if you're making an enrollment with them. So when they think of insurance or think of Medicare, they call you and not the next agent that walks into the house. So please use those calendars, okay? Fill them out, put them on the refrigerator at eye level, okay? And make sure you continue to keep in contact with your clients. Make sure you give them a couple business cards for referrals, also in case they lose it. I always put a business card in their wallet, okay? I also gave them an extra one for their table, and I gave them an extra one for a girlfriend or two, and I made sure I put one on the refrigerator, okay? I just used one of the magnets and put myself up there, and I actually turned my business cards into a magnet, so I'm always up there. So I know at least 3 times a day they're going to go to the refrigerator, okay? All right? Now, GPP lead orders, okay? Make sure you understand, guys, we're not going by zip codes, we're going by counties, okay? We can't, it's just too many agents, too much involved to say I can only work this zip code in this part of town and zip code in this part of town and this one in the south part of town. That's all it'll work. No, you got to work the county, okay? You got to be flexible if you're going to do lead orders through us. If that's not good for you, then do your own lead orders with someone else, okay? We have our own process. We got to have a standard system that everybody can understand and follow. So we need counties. If you live in Carroll County or Frederick County, order that county. You want to work in Montgomery County or Philadelphia County, order that county. But we can't be zip code specific anymore. It's going to be tough for us to make that happen, okay? So you got to be flexible with that when you're ordering leads. So connect with Jordan about that, in the leads department. Make sure you review last week's lead workshop. John, you recorded that, right?
Mm-hmm.
How can they access that if they want to review that? They missed out on that, or they want to review it again?
Just go to joingpb.com, and there's a section that has how does your lead system work, and there's a video there, and there's a button underneath it. I think it says to learn more. You click that button, and it'll take you and allow you to watch the recording.
And there's also an order form, right, John?
There's another section that says how to order leads, and there's a button there that takes you to
Very easy to understand and explain, right?
Yep.
Good. Next, as we close out, my fourth and final point of today's session is having that winning attitude for a successful AEP. You got to shake off the negativity. If you're going through some personal challenges, and we all have them, I can tell you a ton of them, but you know what? I found out in life, most people, about half the people you tell your personal problems to and your issues to, half of them don't even care. And the other half are actually glad you're going through it because, misery loves company. Some of y'all are laughing, you know what I'm talking about. So get off that mess. You know what I mean? We all get in ruts mentally and spiritually sometimes, but you know what? Life is forgiving. And just one stroke of God's favor, I'm going to tell you this, you get right, good things can happen to you. He can make up for 20 years of stupidity and foolish mistakes and adversities. I'm living proof of that. So just shake that off. You got to get your production goals out, okay? The average agent, new agent should be targeting at least 54 sales. A veteran agent should be 108 sales to 200 sales, okay? And we got a production list put together. Mr. LaShaw's working on that, but it shows the targets we expect from you, from SGAs at 2,000 sales, okay? to our MGAs, it's 600 sales. To our GAs, it's 300 sales. And if you believe that's not possible, you already have failed the game. I talked to a manager a couple of weeks ago. He's like, I don't know if I can do that. I said, you won't do it. You've already said you're not going to do it. You already got a loser mindset because of what you're going through with your agents and your mindset. You've already lost the game. You know what I mean? If I'm a coach of a football team and we're going against the #1 team in the country, we're going to go out there and play our hearts out and believe we're going to win. Upsets happen all the time, but if you go in that game hoping to win, or already saying, that ain't going to happen, I'm afraid we're going to get hurt, you've already lost the game. You might as well not even play. You might as well not even enjoy. You might as well not do nothing this AEP because you've already lost the game. You got to have a winning attitude. You got to have your production goals and your targets in writing in front of you. Okay. You got to talk to your family too. Okay. Let them know you're going to be working hard and know your ratios. If you have a 30% closing ratio, which is about the average closing ratio, and you want to make 10 sales a week, you got to make 30 presentations a week. Sales is pretty easy. Know your numbers game, just like the guy said earlier. That guy Caesar. Sales is a numbers game. Okay? And whoever sees the most people this AEP will write the most business. And by the way, the #1 managers, those that recruit the most people, are going to have record years. Okay? For managers, it's about recruiting numbers. For agents, it's about sales numbers. Getting in front of the most clients. Okay? You got to understand it's a 7-day work week, 12 to 16 hours a day, 54 days during AEP. That's a must. So talk to your family. This is what's going to take. But if you follow our system and commit to working 7 days a week, 12, 16-hour days, 54 days, take off after that. We have many agents that do that. The last 2-3 weeks a year is their vacation time because they work like stink for 54 days. But if you can do that, you'll see a lot of people that do it right make over 6 figures in those 54 days. Happens every year. You have to decide if you want that for yourself, but you got to come in with the right attitude, the right work ethic, and know your stuff. Okay, you got to be all in and engaged to the business. Okay, we got agents that check in and check out. They here 1 week and gone for a month, and they come back. Then they want us to jump through hoops to get everything done for them. You got to be fully engaged. You're running a business. This ain't Mary Kay. This ain't Avon or some other network marketing gimmick. This is a career choice. This is what you do. Okay, you're a Medicare benefit specialist. Okay, you're there to help people with their Medicare 24/7, 365 days a year. Okay, it's like a lawyer. Who would go to a part-time lawyer that worked 1 week, was gone for 3 months, or an accountant, or a doctor? I mean, John's laughing, but we got people that do that all the time, and they call themselves professional. Okay, so guys, make a commitment to be all in until the end of the year. And listen, guys, as I said, as I started my session, the positive sales and motivational stuff every single day, every day. Okay, I'm going to tell you, you'll see your life change when you're filtering that negativity out. Turn the news off, turn the radio off, talk radio, and listen to good, positive sales stuff and motivational stuff. You'll be amazed. Over time, won't be overnight, but over a couple weeks, a couple months, it's amazing how your life will change. Your income will change, your relationships will change, your peace of mind will change, your health will change. It's amazing how powerful this thing is in 3 years. And whatever you believe in, you can achieve it. Okay? You all heard that. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. That's so true. And there's a reason why failures fail is because they think failure. Like I was telling about that manager I was talking, he's already failed. He's already talking about lack and failing. And that's why they're falling. His team and him are falling apart because the leader's mind's not right. He's got stinking thinking. He's got bubblegum for the brain, and his life is taking him on that path. I've been there myself, so I'm not picking on the person because I've been in that rut myself where I allowed life adversities to get me down. I've allowed, adversities that just came out of nowhere. I mean, sometimes I felt like I lived the life of Job, the life of Joseph and David all at the same time, but you got to be able to pick yourself back up again. You got to get around good, positive people. You got to get around good eagles. Eagles fly at the top. They fly above all that stuff and listen to good stuff. Filter all that crap out and get good stuff. Food for your brain is going to transcend to great success out here. Whatever you're doing on the inside is going to show on the outside. Okay? It's a proven fact. You fix this in here, you'll fix everything out here. You got financial problems, it all starts in here. If you got relationship problems, it all starts in here. If you have sales problems, it all starts in here. Fix your attitude, you'll fix your attitude. Y'all have heard that. So guys, I want to thank y'all for joining us today. Prayerfully, this was a great session for y'all. You got a lot out of it. 8 days to go. Make sure you get your lead order set up and make sure you got your checkoff list. If you got checks all over that place, all over that, you're going to have an awesome record year. I have no doubt, guys. I've been saying this for 6 months now. We got one of the best opportunities ever in this industry. I mean, no pro rates. I mean, you know how powerful it is? Some of y'all have seen on our productions all the new names. Many of them work for other final expense carriers or other FMOs that didn't have that. You know, no pro rates. I can get the full commission now. I don't get, $60 for 2 hours work. I can get the full $241 now. And then to get paid during AEP. You know how much a blessing that is? Most of the agents that worked for us for several years never seen what it's like somewhere else. And these new people come in on cloud nine. You know what I mean? They tell it off like, I've won the lottery. This is amazing what you guys got. I'm taking every advantage of it. And that's not even counting all the stuff we're doing on leads and the great programs that Cigna's brought out with their benefit package. Some unreal benefits, an unreal network. Guys, there's no doubt in my mind, if you apply yourself and go after this with the right attitude and the tools we put together, you will have a record year. So I want to thank you guys for joining us today. May God continue to bless you, and I'll talk to you guys next Monday. Thank you, guys. No, thank you.